This is Swati, working as assistant professor in Institute of Aeronautical Engineering in the Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Welcome to today's lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss some problems on diode current equation and the dynamic resistance of a diode. So, before going to discuss the problem, just we will recall some formulas related to the diode current equation and the dynamic resistance of the diode. So, the diode equation gives an expression for the current through a diode as a function of a voltage applied. So, the ideal diode equation is expressed as I is equals to I naught into e power v by eta into Vt minus 1. So, where this equation holds good for all the three conditions, that is when the diode is open circuited, means when no voltage is applied, and also under forward biased and also under reverse bias condition. Only the thing is we have to consider that applied voltage V as positive for the forward bias condition of the diode and V is negative for the reverse bias condition of the diode, and V is considered to be 0 for open circuited condition. So I just wanted to say that this current equation is valid for all the three conditions of a diode, that is under forward bias, under reverse bias and under no bias condition. So now let us see the terminology of this diode current equation. So I naught is the reverse saturation current that is measured in amperes, and usually this I naught reverse saturation current is due to the minority charge carriers. That is, under reverse bias condition, there is a flow of current through the diode due to minority charge carriers. As you all know that the minority charge carriers are less in number, so the reverse saturation current will be very less. It is of the order of microamperes for germanium diodes and nanoamperes for silicon diodes. And capital V. The V is known as the applied voltage. So applied voltage to the diode. This V is the applied voltage to the diode, which makes the diode as forward bias or else reverse bias or no bias. So that means if V is positive, the diode is said to be forward biased, and if V is considered to be negative, the diode is said to be reverse biased. Next, eta. Eta is a constant which is 1 for a germanium diode and 2 for silicon diode. Next, Vt, that is the volt equivalent of temperature, and the units for Vt is volts. And the formula for Vt is given by K into T, where K is a Boltzmann's constant and the value of Boltzmann's constant is 8.62 into 10 to the power of minus 5 electron volts per degree Kelvin. So this is the value of Boltzmann constant, and T is nothing but temperature in degree Kelvin. So how to calculate the temperature in degree Kelvin? So here we have the formula for temperature in degree Kelvin is normal temperature, that is in degree centigrade plus 273 will convert the temperature into degree Kelvin. For example, let us consider the room temperature, which is in degree centigrade, is given by 27 degrees centigrade, and the equivalent temperature in degree Kelvin, that is room temperature in degree Kelvin, is given by 27 plus 273, which is equals to 300 degree Kelvin. So now, based on this formula, we can calculate Vt, which is the volt equivalent of temperature, as T by 1 by K, that is K by, actually the formula for Vt is Kt. So I am writing it as T divided by 1 by k. If it goes to the numerator, it becomes k into t. So now 1 by k, just substitute the value of Boltzmann's constant. That value is 8.62 into 10 to the power of minus 5. So if you calculate this ratio, that is 1 divided by 8.60 into 10 to the power of minus 5, that is given by 11,600. So that is the formula for Vt is T divided by 11,600, where T is the temperature in degree Kelvin and the formula for T is temperature in degree centigrade plus 273. So now coming to the resistance. So first of all, we have two types of resistances. One is DC resistance, or we can also call it as static resistance. DC resistance or static resistance of a diode. DC resistance or static resistance. And the second one is AC resistance or dynamic resistance. These are the two resistances that we can calculate for a diode under both forward bias and reverse bias condition from the characteristic curve. So what is DC resistance? This is nothing but it is simply defined as the always you remember the DC resistance is represented with capital R, and the DC resistance formula is given by V by I. Whereas AC resistance is represented with small r, which is nothing but defined as the ratio of change in voltage with respect to the change in current. So this is the dynamic resistance and static resistance. That means by considering only one point on the characteristic curve, calculate the respective voltage and current, and the ratio of voltage and current will give you the resistance, which is known as static resistance or DC resistance at that particular point for a diode. And to calculate dynamic resistance, consider 2 points. So let us consider V2 and V1 are the voltages at 2 points, and the currents I2 and I1 are the currents at 2 particular points on the characteristic curve. So the change in 2 voltages with respect to the change in currents. So that is V2 minus V1 divided by I2 minus I1. So to calculate static resistance, consider a single point on the characteristic curve, and to calculate the dynamic resistance, consider 2 points and calculate the respective voltages and currents at the 2 points, and take the difference between voltages with respect to the difference between the currents. So here we can also define the dynamic resistance as the reciprocal of slope of VI characteristics of PN junction diode. So which can be mathematically. So here the characteristics of PN junction diode are these. So which are drawn between voltage and current. So here the slope is always given by M, which is nothing but y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, where y is on y-axis we are taking current I. So that is I2 minus I1 divided by V2 minus V1. So that is why we can say that these are di by dV, which is the slope of the characteristic curve of PN junction diode. So here, whereas the dynamic resistance is given by dV by di, and hence I can say that the dynamic resistance is also defined as the reciprocal of slope of VI characteristics of a PN junction diode. So that is 1 divided by di by dV, which is equals to dV by di, So now we are going to have an equation for dynamic resistance. So take the current equation, I is equals to I naught into e power V by eta Vt minus 1. So differentiate this one with respect to V. So if I differentiate this one with respect to V, so I naught is considered to be constant. So we cannot differentiate this. So E power V by eta Vt is a function of V. So we have to differentiate this one with respect to V. So differentiation of E power x with respect to x is E power x only. So E power V by eta into Vt into internal differentiation of V by eta Vt. So that is 1 divided by eta into Vt. So now from this we can write that di by dv is equals to I naught into e power v by eta Vt divided by eta into Vt. Therefore, we can say that the formula for this dynamic resistance, which is inverse of slope of Va characteristic curve, that is 1 divided by di by dv is equals to eta into Vt divided by I naught into e power v by eta into Vt. So this is the one formula for dynamic resistance. So but from the current equation, we know that the reverse saturation, this is our current equation. So here we know that from the current equation, I naught into e power v by eta Vt can be written as I plus I naught. So this is the equation. So in place of I naught into e power v by eta Vt, we are substituting I naught plus I. So this is an alternate equation for dynamic resistance of a diode. One equation is this one, eta Vt by I naught e power v by eta into Vt, and the other equation is eta Vt by I naught plus I. So that is the these are the two equations. We can use either of these two to calculate the dynamic resistance of a PN junction diode. So these are the formulas that we have to remember when we are going to solve some numericals on the diode current equation. So let us have a look into the problems. So let us take the first problem. Find the value of DC resistance and AC resistance of a germanium junction diode at 25 degrees centigrade with reverse saturation current I naught is equals to 25 microamperes and at an applied voltage of 0.2 volts across the diode. So he asked us to find the DC resistance and AC resistance of a germanium diode at a temperature of 25 degrees centigrade, and he has also given the reverse saturation current or else leakage current, which is 25 microamperes, and he has mentioned the applied voltage. That means at this applied voltage he asked us to find the DC resistance and AC resistance of the diode. So we already coming to the solution here. So first list all the values given. So the values given are, first he has mentioned the diode is a germanium diode. So as I told you that for germanium diode, eta value is considered to be 1. This is the first value he has given, and he has given the temperature as 25 degrees centigrade. And he has also given the reverse saturation current or leakage current as 25 microamperes. And the voltage applied is given as 0.2 ohms. 0.2 ohms. Now he asked us to find the DC resistance and AC resistance. So as you can observe that the applied voltage is positive. So that means the diode is said to be forward biased. Diode is forward biased. So means we have to calculate the forward static resistance or else DC resistance and forward AC resistance. So now in order we know that RF is equals to V divided by I. So where V is the applied voltage, it is given, which is 0.2. Now we have to calculate I. So where the formula for IE you know, that is I naught into e power V by eta Vt minus 1. So before substituting all the values here, we have to calculate Vt. So Vt is T divided by 11,600. where T is nothing but 27 degree, sorry, it is 25, not 27. The given temperature is 25 degrees centigrade plus 273 divided by 11,600. If you calculate this value, you will be getting 25 millivolts. You will be getting the value as 25 millivolts, or else we can also say that Vt is 0.025 volts. What is Vt? Volt equivalent of temperature, and the units for this Vt or unit is also volts. Now we have calculated Vt, and you know eta value, applied voltage V, and you know the I naught. Just substitute in the equation. So I is equals to I naught. I naught is 25 micro, that is 25 into 10 to the power of minus 6 into e power V, that is e power V is 0.2 divided by eta is 1 into Vt is 0.025 minus 1. Sorry, this is I, right? This is I. I is equals to I naught into e power V by eta into Vt minus 1. So from this one, you can calculate the current flowing through the diode when the applied voltage is of 0.2 volts and the leakage current is 25 microamperes. So this current will be equal to 0.06013 amperes. This is the current I. Now once you know the current, you can calculate the DC resistance of the diode, which is represented with capital RF, and the formula for that is V by I, where V is given as 0.2 volts divided by I, just we have calculated 0.06013, so amperes. So now the value of this one will be 3.3259. The units for resistance are ohms. So this is the DC resistance or else static resistance of the diode. Now coming to the AC resistance, which is represented with small rf. So that is given by the formula eta into Vt divided by I naught into e power V by eta into Vt. Just substitute all the values. Eta value is 1 and Vt value is 0.025 divided by I naught is 0.06013 into e power V is 0.2 divided by 1 into 0.025. So this is the value. This is a formula. After substituting and calculating, you will be getting the dynamic resistance of a diode for the applied voltage of 0.2 volts will be obtained as 0.427 ohms. So this is the AC resistance and this is the DC resistance. So that is how we can calculate the AC resistance and DC resistance of a diode for the given specifications. So next, second one. Let us have a look at the problem statement. The voltage across a silicon diode at room temperature of 300 degree Kelvin is 0.7 volts. That means the temperature has been given. It is also given in the degree Kelvin. So we have to represent it as capital T. So which is 300 degree Kelvin. And at this temperature, the voltage across the silicon diode is given, which is 0.7 volts. That means capital V is given, which is 0.7 voltage. When 2 milliamperes current flows through it. And for this, he has mentioned the current flowing through the diode, which is equals to 2 milliamperes. That is nothing but 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3 amperes. So that means at room temperature, he has given the voltage across the diode and also the current flowing through the diode. If the voltage increases to 0.75, evaluate the diode current assuming Vt is equals to 26 millivolts. So now he asked us whether if we increase the voltage to 0.75 volts, and he asked us to find the current. He asked us to find the current flowing through the diode, and he has also given one more value, that is volt equivalent of temperature, that is Vt value has given it is equals to 26 millivolts. 26 millivolts. Now he didn't mention the reverse saturation current. In order to calculate the current at this particular voltage, we should know the reverse saturation current, because we already know the equation for current is I is equals to I naught into e power v by eta Vt minus 1. So to calculate the current at 0.75 volts, I should know this I naught. So for that, taking these specifications given, I'm going to find out the reverse saturation current I naught. So now substitute all these values here. I is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3, and I naught we don't know. We have to calculate it. E power V is known. So here when the voltage applied is 0.7, the current flowing is 2 milliamperes. So that is why 0.7 divided by eta. And he has mentioned that it is a silicon diode, and hence we have to consider eta value as 2. So 2 into Vt value he has given, that is 26 millivolts, or else we can also write it as 0.026. So 0.026 minus 1. Now what will be I naught value? 2 into 10 to the power of minus 3. It will go this side to the denominator. E power, that is 0.7 divided by 2 into 0.026 minus 1. If I calculate this value in the calculator, this one will be 0.2313 milliampere. Sorry, this is not 2313 milliampere. It is a 2. So if you calculate this value, you will be getting 2.8494 into 10 to the power of minus 9 amperes. This is the reverse saturation current. As I told you that the reverse saturation current is very less. It is of the order of microamperes for germanium, and it is of the order of nanoamperes for silicon. As it is a silicon diode, the reverse saturation current we have got it as 2.8494 into 10 to the power of minus 9 amperes. So as we have got the reverse saturation current, now let us calculate the current flowing through the diode when the applied voltage is 0.75. So in this case, we know that I naught already we have calculated 2.8494 into 10 to the power of minus 9. Now just substitute all these values. The reverse saturation current is 2.8494 into 10 to the power of minus 9 e to the power of V. V is now 0.75 divided by eta value is 2, and Vt value is, he didn't change the temperature, only he has changed the applied voltage to 0.75. Now if you calculate this one, we will be getting the current as 5.2313 milliamperes. So this is the current. That means here, once the diode starts conducting, even for a small change in the voltage, the current will be increasing by a large amount. So here for 0.27 volts, the current was 5 milliamperes. Now we have increased the voltage by 0.05. Then the current is increased by almost 3 milliamperes. So this is the change that you can observe. So under forward bias condition, once the diode starts conducting, if we increase the voltage by a small amount, the current increases by a large amount. So this is the way of calculating the current once the voltage is known. Next, the reverse saturation current of a silicon PN junction diode at an operating temperature of 27 degrees centigrade is 50 nanoamperes. So now let us see what are the values given here till now. So he has given small t, that is 20 that is 27 degrees centigrade, and he has given the reverse saturation current at that particular temperature, which is 50 nanoamperes, which is 50 nanoamperes. Estimate the dynamic forward and reverse resistances of the diode for the applied voltage of 0.8 volts and minus 0.4 volts respectively. That means we need to calculate dynamic forward resistance for the applied voltage of 0.2 and dynamic reverse resistance for an applied voltage of minus 0.4. That means he has given positive voltage so that the diode will be forward biased, and hence the reverse resistance is called as dynamic forward resistance. Whereas when this voltage, negative voltage, is applied to the diode is reverse biased, and he asked us to find the reverse resistance, dynamic reverse resistance of the diode. So now what are the values given here? He has mentioned that silicon, it is a silicon PN junction diode. So eta will be equals to 50 nanoamperes. So the forward voltage applied to the diode VF is equals to 0.8 volts, and reverse voltage applied to the diode is minus 0.4 volts. Okay, so now he asked us to find small rf and also small rr. Okay, so now first we know the formula for dynamic resistance, that is Rf is equals to eta Vt divided by I naught into e power V by, so I naught into e power V by eta into Vt. This is the formula for dynamic resistance. So this equation is valid for both forward bias condition and reverse bias condition. Only the thing is the applied voltage is considered to be positive in case of forward bias mode, and V should be considered as negative in case of reverse bias mode. So now just substitute all the values. So before yes, Rf is equals to eta value is 2 and Vt he didn't give, so we have to calculate. So the Vt value is equals to T divided by 11,600, which is where T is 27 plus 273 divided by 11,600, which will be 26 millivolts. So that is 0.026, or else we can also write it as 0.026 volts. So divided by I naught. What is the I naught value? It is given 50 nanoamperes, 50 into 10 to the power of minus 9 e power V. As we are calculating the forward dynamic resistance, V value should be considered as positive. 0.8 divided by 2 into 0.026. So if you calculate this value, RF value, you calculate this value, RF value. Okay, use a calculator and calculate the forward resistance value. Next, similarly, reverse dynamic resistance. Okay, dynamic reverse resistance. So dynamic reverse resistance is represented with small rr. So where it is also given by eta Vt, I naught e power V by eta into Vt, where V is negative. Applied voltage is negative. Now calculate this value. Eta value is 2 and Vt value is constant because the temperature is 27 degrees centigrade, 0.026 divided by I naught value is 50 into 10 to the power of minus 9 e power minus 0.4 divided by 2 into 0.026. So you can calculate the dynamic resistance using the calculator. So this is the way of solving the problem when two voltages are given and he has to find the dynamic resistance of diode. Next thing, determine the value of forward current in the case of PN junction diode with I naught is equals to 10 microamperes, Vf is equals to 0.8 at T is equals to 300 degree Kelvin, assume silicon diode. Now, he asked us to find forward current in the case of a PN junction diode. He asked to find I value, forward current. So, he has given Vf, that is forward voltage applied to the diode, 0.8 volts. Okay, and then he has given I naught value is 10 microamperes, which is 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes, and he has also given that T is equals to 300 degree Kelvin. This implies that Vt is equals to T divided by 11,600, where Vt is equals to 300 divided by 11,600, which is 26 millivolts, or else we can also write it as 0.026 volts. So this is Vt. So now, as you all know this, you can calculate the forward current. So the forward current I is equals to I naught into e power V by eta into Vt minus 1. So where If is equals to I naught into e power Vf divided by eta into Vt minus 1. So we all know that forward current If is equals to I naught value is 10 into 10 to the power of minus 6. E to the power of V value is 0.8 divided by 2 into 0.026 minus 1. So this is the formula, just simply substituting the value, all the values in the current equation, so that you can find out the forward current. So just calculate this value using calculator so that you can be able to find the forward current flowing through the diode when the applied voltage is 0.8 volts. Next, determine the value of forward current. Sorry, the same problem is repeated. Okay. An ideal germanium PN junction diode has a reverse saturation current of 30 microamperes at a temperature of 125 degrees centigrade. Find the dynamic resistance for 0.2 volts bias in the forward and reverse direction. So, what he asked that to find the dynamic resistance when the applied voltage is 0.2 volts under forward and reverse direction. That means the same voltage is to be considered for the diode under reverse bias also. Only the thing is, we have to, under reverse bias, we have to consider it as minus 0.2. So he asked to find the dynamic resistance. So we know the formula. Before writing the formula, first list all the parameters that are given here. So the reverse saturation current I naught is equals to 30 microamperes, where it is 30 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. Next, temperature is given 125 degrees centigrade. Now from this you can calculate temperature in degree Kelvin, that is 125 plus 273, which is 8 and 9, 398 degree Kelvin. This is 398 degree Kelvin, 125 plus 273, so 398 degree Kelvin. So once you know that, you can calculate Vt. So where Vt is equals to T divided by 11,600, which is 398 divided by 11,600. This is the volt equivalent of temperature. So once you calculate this value using the calculator. Once you know this Vt, so now dynamic resistance, dynamic forward and dynamic reverse resistance we need to find. So Rf is equals to eta into Vt divided by I naught into e power v by eta Vt minus 1. So we all know these values, eta value. And one thing, he has mentioned that the diode is a germanium diode. The diode is a germanium diode and hence eta should be considered as 1. This is RF. We have to find out RF by substituting all these values here. Now, similarly, the same voltage is applied in the reverse direction and hence we can consider it as minus VR is equals to minus 0.2 volts. Minus 0.2 volts. Now again use the same formula to calculate RR, that is reverse dynamic resistance. So eta into Vt divided by I naught into e power VR divided by eta into Vt. 1 second. So this is this minus 1 is not included in the formula. So this is the formula. Just substitute all the values so that you can find the forward dynamic resistance in forward direction and in reverse direction for the same voltage applied, that is equals to 0.2. That from this problem, what you have to remember, even if the same voltage is applied, if it has mentioned the forward and reverse direction, you have to consider the polarity of the voltage applied. Under forward bias condition, the voltage applied will be positive, whereas under reverse bias condition, the voltage applied will be considered as negative. So the next one, determine the dynamic resistance, dynamic forward and reverse resistance of a PN junction diode when the applied voltage is 0.25 volts at temperature T is equals to 300 degree Kelvin with the given reverse leakage current I naught is equals to 2 microamperes. So what are all the values? And he asked us to find the dynamic forward and reverse resistance of PN junction diode. So first we'll list all the parameters that are given. He has mentioned that the diode is a silicon diode. Diode is a silicon diode. So means that eta value is equals to 2. Eta value is equals to 2 and the applied voltage is given 0.25. So that means in a forward bias condition it is considered to be plus 0.25 volts. Under reverse bias condition it is considered to be minus 0.25 volts. So because why I am considering VF and VR, because he asked us to find dynamic resistance under forward bias and reverse bias mode. Okay. Next, what are the other values given? Capital T is given, that is 300 degree Kelvin, and the reverse saturation current is given, which is 2 microamperes, that is nothing but 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 amperes. So as you all know, the formula for dynamic resistance RF is equals to eta into Vt divided by I naught into e power V by eta into Vt, where V is positive if you are calculating the dynamic forward resistance. And dynamic reverse resistance small rr, again same formula, eta Vt divided by I naught into e power V by eta into Vt. So where V is considered to be negative. That is VR is considered to be negative. So just substitute all the values. RF is equals to 2 into Vt value is, Vt value we didn't know that, right? So as the temperature is 300 degree Kelvin, so Vt is 300 degree Kelvin divided by 11,600. You will get it as 26 millivolts, which is nothing but 0.026 volts. So just substitute it, 0.026 volts divided by I naught. I naught value it is given 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 e power V. As it is forward dynamic resistance, V is considered to be positive, plus 0.25 divided by 2 into 0.026. So just calculate this value. You will get the dynamic forward resistance. And the units for this one are ohms. Now coming to the reverse resistance, eta value is 2 and Vt value is 0.026 divided by I naught is 2 into 10 to the power of minus 6 e power V. As it is reverse dynamic resistance, minus 0.25 divided by 2 into 0.026. So this is dynamic reverse resistance. So this is how we can calculate the various parameters of diode, like diode current, diode forward resistance, reverse resistance, that too static forward resistance and dynamic forward resistance, and also static reverse resistance, dynamic reverse resistance. And you can understand the difference between the forward resistance and reverse resistance, and also the difference between dynamic and static resistance. And we can understand that the equations are valid, that whatever the equation, that is current equation and resistance, dynamic resistance equations of a diode, are valid for both forward bias condition and reverse bias condition. And only the thing is, under forward bias condition, the voltage is applied is considered to be positive, and under reverse bias condition, the voltage applied is considered to be negative. So this is what the problems on dynamic resistance. Please do practice some more problems so that you will be able to do any kind of problems on this. So do remember the formula so that you can solve any problem. I hope it is clear to everyone. Thank you, one and all.
Like, share and subscribe. Hit the bell icon for more updates.